I don't have time to waste for this. Let's get it on. The Sunset of Love, a Paul Tassi x Luke Smith erotic fan fiction. Paul Tassi had worked all day and night creating the perfect Destiny 2 story. It would have everything: loot, complaints, and even conversations with the devs. Knowing what he needed to do, Paul left for a plane heading to Bellevue, Washington. After a long flight, Paul took a taxi to Bungie Studio to get a dialogue from the devs and maybe, just maybe, his beloved Luke Smith. He chatted with the art team, the balance team, and even the Gambit team. More like talking to air, am I right? He had found it. The big sunsetter himself, the original slugger, Luke Smith. He opened the door, very nervously. Being in front of his biggest crush made him go weak in the knees and hard in the redacted. "Hello, my child," Luke Smith said in his comfy red chair. "I have been informed that you would like to discuss the state of my passion," he said. Yes, sir, Mr. Smith," Paul nervously replied. Then come here and take a seat," Luke replied. But, Mr. Smith," Paul squeaked out, "that there's no chairs here." "It's okay. You can just sit on my holly jolly lap." Paul blushed and said nothing before carefully sitting on his lap. I'm reading this for the first time. What the fuck? "Your first question?" Luke asks. "Okay, question 1. Do you think Destiny is in a good place?" Paul asked. "My passion? It is perfect. Marty, it is more than perfect. Destiny is my lifeblood, my hard work, my flesh and blood," Luke said. "To think that Destiny is anywhere but the best of places is to say that I am not a god." Luke said, and gods do not like it when we're called false. Okay, question to... Paul tried to say before having Smith's big, tender hands caress his hair. Why are so nervous, my child? Luke asked tenderly. Is everything alright? Paul looked around nervously before slamming his lips into Luke's. Luke was surprised for a moment, but reciprocated shortly after. Luke, I love you more than anything more in the world, Paul said quietly. Luke only nodded before showing him to a small closet. Luke, what is that? Paul asked. Luke said nothing and opened the doors. Inside was all of Destiny 1's and 2's Sunset content. Before Paul could say anything, Luke slammed him inside. Luke, what's going on? Paul said. I'm sorry, my child. I love you more than anything, Luke went on. But you have been the Destiny article writer for a long time. Too long, as a matter of fact. You need to sunset. Luke said, sorrow heavy in his voice. But don't worry, you won't be the only one here. Soon, Dado, Rick, Houndish, Bife, and many others will all be sunset. That way, the common folk can't watch the same content creators over and over again, Luke said. Paul could say nothing as the closet doors closed on him. As the cold of Hellas Basin took over him, suddenly a robotic hand grabbed Paul's shoulder. He looked up to see the infamous gunslinger Cade 6. Cade nodded and gave Paul words of advice. A swing and a miss. Maybe next time, slugger.